Well, hello everyone. Let me apologize. Just kind of getting over something, so my voice may crack a little bit, but we are back, and I am excited about this particular show. I am your host, Dr. Jacqueline Kaba-Harrison, and you have joined us for a Queen's Roundtable show and podcast, which now streams on the Realizing Your Potential television network. Yay. Which streams on Roku, Apple, and Fire TV, as well as the iOS app, as well as the Android app. And of course, you can also catch us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So today we have you all are in for a treat. Let me just say that. So as you know, the Queen Spotlight, this is the segment of the Eight Queens Roundtable show called the Queen Spotlight. And what we do is we put the spotlight on an entrepreneur and everything that she is doing for the community. So, Miss Jerrilynn, could you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone and just let us know a little bit about you and who you are and how you serve your clientele?
Okay, that's a lot there. Hi everyone. It's a pleasure. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. What do I do? I do a little bit of everything. As a matter of fact, I am a LinkedIn engagement strategist slash co-marketing strategist. It's a blend. I've been on LinkedIn for about 20 years now. It's my favorite spot. I get all my business from LinkedIn. So it made sense for me to build my business around my favorite spot. Because a lot of women, they feel like, LinkedIn, it's what's the word for it? It's kind of scary. They're, they're not comfortable using it. Whereas me, I navigate that site. I love it. I mean, it's a love hate kind of a thing because LinkedIn will give you stuff, the features, and then take them away when you least expect it. But if you're looking to do business with real women who understand that you have to spend money to make money, LinkedIn is your place. And what I do is I help women figure out how to partner with their female contacts on LinkedIn because most times we are gathering connections on LinkedIn and we never talk to them. I mean, they're just gathering dust. They're doing great things. We don't even know about it. We're doing great things. So they don't know about it. And the best way to use LinkedIn is to jump into your DMs and say, hey, would you like to partner? I'm working on this project. This is how I'd like to partner with you. Give that win-win and say, hey, would you like to have a conversation? That's it. Don't jump into your DMs and say, hey, I'm a coach. I can help you do this, this, and that. They didn't ask you that. But they're happy to partner with you, at least to talk about it. Don't sell right off the bat in your DMs. It's the most offensive thing. It's like, somebody hitting on you. They're trying to date you and just want to go in for that kiss and you didn't ask for it. Date me by talking to me. Have a cup of coffee. Let's see how we can work together. And I help women figure that out. Like if you're giving a summit and you don't have a large enough audience, your mailing list has gone stale, you don't have anyone that you can really reach out to, but you really do. You just didn't realize it. They're right there in your LinkedIn Rolodex. And I help you figure out, number one, what to do. How can you build something that's new, which is the basics of co-marketing, is creating something new that points people back to that main project. So if you're giving a summit, instead of saying, hey, would you like to be a speaker? That's just, someone coming to speak, they're going away. They're not going to really push your summit. They might just share, hey, I'm speaking at this summit. But if you find a way to embed their business DNA into your summit, like making them a sponsor, first off, and then, coming up with ways that maybe your business can serve the audience that comes. It's like you're doing something different. Like for me, if someone was to ask me to speak at their summit, I might say yes.
Okay.
But what I really want to do is be that person that is helping them after the summit. Like after all the speakers have done their thing, to go in and say, hey, now it's time for this audience that's sitting here who's been watching your speakers and all this stuff. Figure out, you know what? How can we partner together? What can we do together so that we can all build our businesses? That's fun for me. We'd have a conversation. I'd let people talk about what their business goals are, who their target audience is, what they're working on, and figure out, how can we link up our projects together versus, okay, summit's over, nothing's happening after that. I help you to engage with your audience on LinkedIn, to do something new, fun, outside the box. That way, it's not a one-time thing. Because most times people partner together on a project or whatever, then that's it. Like, you did all that work and then it's just gone? Mm-hmm. No. Do something. Write content together. Like if you're a coach and you're helping women in their 50s start their business, team up with the woman who has a podcast for women in their 50s that helps them market. Find that woman who maybe has a membership group for women in their 50s who've left corporate. Get together, write some content together that blends what you guys are doing, that sends everybody to each other's audience.
Right. Okay.
Do something together. Mix it up. It's a recipe.
So so you done gave just about that's enough right there just to propel somebody to work on for the whole year. But okay, so back up. Okay. So you mentioned about LinkedIn and you were saying that a lot of people, you've found that a lot of people seem intimidated by it, which I be a little intimidated by it as well. But I have found that I like it a lot better and I get a lot more useful leads and interactions through LinkedIn than I do Facebook. Because I'm on IG, but I don't really work it like that. And I don't really use TikTok and Twitter. So
either.
These are my main. So LinkedIn is my main one. Okay. So you said that it's sleazy to show up in someone's inbox, like selling, like introducing yourself or selling your services. But tell us again, how did you say that? Or what did you recommend? You gave a nice little example too.
Yeah, just pop in, say hi, whatever, and say, hey, you know what? I'm working on this project.
Okay.
And this is how I would like you to work with me on it. Tell them straight out the bat. Don't waste your time where you have to have a conversation trying to figure all this stuff out. I help you know exactly what to do. Like, what is the project that you want to work on with this person? And what's the win-win? Because I'm busy, you're busy. Why should I stop on my business to help you fill the seats for your summit, your podcast, or whatever? Tell me straight off the bat. Give me all the goodies.
What they're gonna, how they would
pass, and then say, "Hey, would you like to have a conversation?"
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have something in mind.
And I've always been a little nervous to do that because sometimes, I can see an individual and I might think to myself, like, "Wow, I could see how we could work together." You know what I mean? I can see how what they do and how what I do can kind of complement one another. But sometimes I might be a little hesitant to, I guess, basically let them know that. But what you're saying is that no, that's what people want to know. They want to know, like, how would that benefit them? Like, how would that be able to kind of be both a win-win? Like you said, speak. Okay, cool, visibility, but they want more than that.
Yes, we want more. We want to get in front of your audience. We want a piece of that audience, not just being a part of your summit, because that's just that little whatever. Even though, I mean, let's face it, people come, they look, they whatever, they forget. Okay. But if you are a part of that summit, like the planning, the strategy behind it, like something that you do is embedded in it. Like if you were to partner with someone who has a podcast, okay, you're having this summit.
Okay.
Partner with that person who has a podcast that's for that audience that complements your summit, and
Mhm.
have them on your podcast talking about the summit, getting people all amped up, giving people tips. Have the speakers come on, talk about how your podcast will be maybe bringing some the audience. Let people from the audience also after the fact or during it, like make
Mhm.
time for them to be interviewed or whatever. Make them a part of it,
Okay.
and that makes it worth their time because it's
Okay.
win-win. Because you get to talk to those people too,
Right.
and they're not going to forget you, and you can do something special for them to make sure, like it's a spotlight and you're going to be on my podcast during the summit. And you know what? After this, there's going to be like this article or something, and I'm going to have a business list, and you will be a part of that list, and we will share it with our audience. And you know what? You need to go find these people on LinkedIn and connect with them. Bam.
Okay.
That's value. Bring value. Make it fun, something outside the box. And that's what I help my ladies figure out. What is that thing that's different, creative, and fun that's going to
Mhm.
make it worth your time and the other person's time? Because you're going to be like taking their ordinary summit and transforming it into something even better. And
Okay.
then find someone that has a magazine. She could cover the summit as well. And maybe she can do an article on the summit and get some quotes from the audience and from the speaker. So it's like it just lives on.
You know what? I have to say this. Okay, everyone, this is our second. I think I popped up in her DMs. I probably didn't do
Yes,
it
you did.
but I popped up in her DMs and she said, "Yeah, I like meet new people." And we started talking. And one of the things that really captivated me, I mean, obviously, other than your stuff, is that just how excited you are
I
about
love this
about
stuff.
this. I could tell that this is your jam. I mean, just no, when
Yes.
she started talking, she just told me everything about her program and just different things she was doing, and I could really tell that this is something joy,
I
and that
do.
it just comes so easy for you, and I'm just saying that that's just a lot of it's a lot of good positive energy, and
Thank
I've learned
you.
so much from you, just even from talking with you that time and talking with you now, so go ahead and segue a little bit more into how do you I guess, like, let's say if someone wanted to have a further conversation with you, or maybe they're kind of sitting thinking to themselves, not really quite sure how they will work with you, or what, like, do you have a group coaching program, or whatever the case, just kind of talk a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, someone could get with me basically
Mhm.
through my movement that I've launched. It's actually a co-marketing campaign. It's the 1 Million Woman Link Up, and it's a co-marketing campaign to teach women about co-marketing. So I'm like helping them to co-market. They're co-marketing with me, everyone else, and then there's like different tiers to it. For the person that just wants to get in and just get a little bit while she's getting her feet wet. And then there's another tier for like someone who maybe wants to take part in some clinics or a boot camp, whatever. And we have functions that I'll be throwing this year. But every week, no, not every week, every month, at the end of the month, we have Women Partner Week. And right now, it is Women Partner Week. So I kicked off my LinkedIn audio events yesterday. My first one of the year on a third party platform. It was a little scary at first because before you could do LinkedIn audio events on LinkedIn until they took it away.
Oh, they took it away. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was buggy as you know what. I have to admit, I made it work. We all made it work. We just delved in and did the best that we could. Sometimes you couldn't even get in, you got kicked out,
Mhm.
or the audio was buggy or whatever. So they stopped working on it and said, you know what? You want to do LinkedIn audios, you have to go in as a live, but then use a third party platform where you could just do the audio. You
Okay.
didn't have to be on camera if you just want to do the audio. So I did mine yesterday. Ooh,
Okay.
it was great. It was great. It was great. Um, so basically, the 1 million women link up. The purpose of that is to spark collaborative marketing partnerships among 1 million female LinkedIn users. I mean, I'm going to help them build their tribes. They're going to find lessons that they can like take advantage of, and just also like delve into the projects that I have, because I learned the hard way that if you tell people to go out and partner together, it doesn't really work that way at first. It works so much better when I create projects, plug people in, they find each other, and then magic happens. They go off into their own little corner of LinkedIn and they do stuff. And then they come back to my corner and then we do stuff together. But it's like being in school. I loved in school. Most people do. When you had a project to work on together, you and that little small group, and you got to know each other. You made friends that way in school. It
Mhm.
works that way now too. I have projects, and women go off and do their own little things. Like right now, I have several projects. I have one where we're also working on a magazine, a magazine that focuses exclusively on co-marketing. So I'm calling it Co-Marketing Magazine. I'll be co-marketing with my writers. They're going to write an article, something based around their business, something that is evergreen. I'm going to go behind them and plug in information on co-marketing, on how people can co-market doing that. Like, I have someone who does grants. She'd be writing an article on that. And I'll come in behind her and say how women can co-market together to go after grants and all that other good stuff. So, yes. And then I have another project where we're working on gathering the stories of businesswomen in their 50s who have been diagnosed with ADHD. So they get to tell their story, the journey of how they've navigated having that, what their superpower is, and who they want to partner with.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have another one where we're like working on God, I can't even remember what that one is. Just right, that one. It's just a lot, but yeah. And these little groups of people that I'm putting together, they've never met each other,
Okay.
but they're bonding.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's like I bring them together, they do their thing with me, and then they go do their thing with each other. Oh, I can relate.
Ooh, okay.
I can so relate.
That sounds wonderful. So you're busy.
Yeah, I'm busy. Yes. And it's like I'm trying to work on a drive to like, sign up people so
Okay.
that they'll they can actually do their own little thing. When you sign up, because there's like different tiers, there's
Okay.
the one that's no cost
Mhm.
where you get to get in and you get this booklet that I've been putting together that has 4 LinkedIn content collabs
Okay.
where you go in. I have it all written down. It's like a template. All
Okay.
they have to do is get 5 of their ladies, of
Okay.
their connections, to give them a quote that they embed into this. And
Okay.
then it's an article, a post or whatever, and they share it.
Okay.
And it's like it's marketing me, it's marketing that person. But what
Right.
it's marketing is their goals, what their projects are this year, all the good stuff, and what their news is or whatever. Each one is different and it's focusing in on a different aspect, but it's marketing everyone that's involved.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I make it
That's
easy to plug and play.
okay.
Another
Plug,
thing I found,
plug and
they
play.
couldn't just figure out how to whatever, so it's by start. So by the time they're done, they would have partnered with 20 women.
Okay.
So they would have built a
Right.
new friendship with these women. They're dating them, and they go to a ceremony at the
Okay.
end. If you accomplish
Okay.
partnering with 20 women, we
Okay.
give a little ceremony to honor you because you did it. Like,
You
yes,
did.
a start. Because I've learned it's a muscle.
Mhm.
Collaboration is a muscle, and you have to constantly exercise it.
Okay.
Build it up.
That brings me to this is a little bit different of a question. What do you find like this is like music to my ears because I feel like I've always enjoyed collaborating, and I learn so much from individuals. I come in contact, like, with other people that know other people. And sometimes you might want to get something done and you just open your mouth. You know what I mean? Then you'll find
Mhm.
out who knows who, or, oh, I just did that. Or, oh, you know what? We'll go here. Or let me put you in touch with so and so. You just have to open your
Yes.
mouth, right? But
Thank you.
why? Okay, so I'm gonna kind of wrap this into one question.
Okay.
So, what have you found are some of our are some of the attitudes of women entrepreneurs around collaborating? And then number two, and I know I think you touched on it a little bit earlier. Why is this so special to you, or why is this so important to you? This mission of helping women use LinkedIn and bringing more women entrepreneurs together to collaborate.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Attitude.
Okay.
Um, Attitude's very positive.
Okay.
And then there's like some people that say yes, they want to collaborate,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know how to get it started, or they put it on the back burner. Like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I want to collaborate, but I'm just busy.
Okay.
So it's a mix kind of a thing that I've been encountering over the years.
Okay.
So it's like I'm just constantly putting myself out there and letting people know. I'm saying it again and again. Partner.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go far, partner.
Partner. Yeah.
Yes. If you want to make your money, partner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because people have skill sets that you need.
Yeah.
They have resources. And all you have to do is just partner and just say the words.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as they say, a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Right.
If you need something, let it be known. Because, like
Mm-hmm.
for me, I needed to learn high level. And because I was having a problem with transferring my domain. And I
Mm-hmm.
was talking to someone that wasn't even the purpose of the call. And I mentioned what I was going through. And she said, you know what? I'm pretty skilled at that, and I can help you figure this problem out. So we set up a meeting for the following week and she walked me through. I was like, oh my God, thank you. She
Uh-huh.
saved my life because I was at the end of my rope. I knew what to do, but this was like different.
Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
is so much different from WordPress. So if you have a problem, marketing, collaboration, whatever, can help you. Now that's the first part. Now the second part, okay, what was the second part?
I think the second part was like, why is this so dear
Oh,
to
that's so important. Oh my God.
you?
Okay, I remember now. Well, way back in the day, when I first started, living in a state, didn't know anybody because I moved here, new mom. Once I got over the things of being pregnant, having the babies, and all that good stuff, and it didn't make sense to basically put babies in a daycare to just get a job to pay for daycare.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking expensive. And at the time, all the talk shows, the news had people on there, but daycare workers on trial, leading kids in the van, beating kids, abusing kids, whatever it was. Like, oh, hell no. My kid will never, ever. I would not pay to put my babies in daycare. And I had twins. So you know how expensive that was going to be. Like, that's no. And I figured, you know what? There have to be more women like me who are working, who have kids in daycare, who are just like traumatized by all this stuff and wish that they could work from home. At this time, home-based businesses, it was just really getting started for everybody. It wasn't, they had all the magazines out. It was the thing. The end thing to do was have a home-based business. And I said, maybe if women would take their job skills and start their own business, then maybe they can make enough so then they can get rid of that paycheck and have their own paycheck for their business.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there was a class that I loved in college, which was marketing, and there was
Mhm.
a chapter on PR, on PSAs. And I said, you know what? I could write a PSA. I could do this. Got out my typewriter, typed up a little PSA, had no idea really what I was doing. I'm in my 20s, but I'm like, you know what? I was a little bold. I'm an introvert, but I was like, okay, I could do this.
Okay.
Because I loved how back in the day, the radio stations where they had business owners come on and talk and all this stuff. I'm like,
Mhm.
so I sent one out. I forgot which station it was. It was a black radio station. I don't know if it was 104.1 or whatever it was back in the day
Mhm.
in Atlanta. Within 2 weeks, the station manager, she called me. She called me, oh my God. She's like, would you like to come do a walk on? I'm like, Lord, yes. I was scared, but I wasn't going to turn that down. Like, wait a minute. Like, yes, I didn't have a business at all. It was just me, my ideas. And
Mhm.
so I came up with a business name, all kind of stuff. And I did my walk on. I mean, I had my tips ready for moms who want to start their own business, all this kind of stuff, because I've been reading forever and had all these great ideas.
Yes. Okay.
And by the time I got home, my voicemail was jam packed. People
Wow.
had calling me. So I'm like, so what am I gonna do with these people? I gotta call all these people back. Back in the day, you couldn't like email. There was no email. You had to call. So I
Right.
called back people I didn't even know. Strangers were calling me, asking me for advice. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I had to pray. I said, God, show me the way. So I started off with a support group for moms in my living room. They paid. We had meetings. We came up. I helped them figure out what to do, and it was so nice for other women who were thinking like me to get together because everybody felt isolated
Yeah.
because it wasn't a normal thing to want to have your own business. So to
Right.
have a room of moms who wanted to have their own business just come together and talk it out, it was great. Took that. I turned into a conference. Don't even know that either. I had a conference. I don't even know. I mean, I did all kind of stuff. I was trailblazing it.
Of course.
Okay. I had a
Next
newsletter.
thing you know, I had a conference.
I said it out of my mind. I was just doing stuff because you had to keep going up, up, up. You couldn't just stay in that same little spot.
I
And
know.
I needed more people. And
Mm.
they was like, do this, that. I'm like, okay, oh my Lord. And then I used to like have this newsletter. It was a fax newsletter. And this lady said, you know what? I like the newsletter, but I would rather get it faxed to me.
Okay.
I'm like, no, excuse me, emailed instead of fax.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, well, what is email? I had to go. I found out what email was. Okay. So I got an email account. I think it was through web TV or something like that. That's how you got on with the
Mhm.
web TV.
Okay.
And got online. I got my own desktop computer. And
Mhm.
then I was on the internet. I was doing my thing, right? In the day of listservs. I
Okay.
had a listserv, all kind of stuff. I met people that I am still with today from
Wow.
from 2001 because we
Okay.
were all just learning it together.
Okay.
And I learned that you needed to partner. You
Right.
need friends, people who saw you and wanted to just help you. They're not asking for money. They're like, you know what? I know this, you know that. Let's just help each other out. And that's what we did. And that was the foundation of why I feel that it was so important for women to do their thing. That even led to me having my own women's chamber of commerce online. Someone said, you ought to start one. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like, yes, there's a kit. We found a kit on Google way back in the day.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, I've done some
Love
stuff.
it. I see. I love it. So you've been rocking and rolling since '01?
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Well, you are
Yeah,
definitely someone that anybody and everybody needs to be connected to. If you're not, not following her, make sure you follow her on LinkedIn.
yes, I've been on there since 2004. April 2004, I got on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Someone said, "Hey, join LinkedIn with me," and I joined it, and it was nothing back in the day. It
LinkedIn
was
has
a
been around
glorified
for that long.
Rolodex.
It's
Yes.
been around for that since '04.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I didn't realize. God, dog, time go by so fast.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I've been on it forever. So I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly.
I don't know how long I've been on LinkedIn, but it hasn't been that long.
Been
Wow.
on it forever and a day. The same people. All we did was say, "Hey, invite me to connect." And that's all you could do. And we did. Have the same people.
Okay. All right. Oh. So what tip or tool can you give to the audience? If you want to give one, if you want to give a few, for women that are entrepreneurs, but that would help them, personally, professionally. Well, what would you like to share?
Hmm. I guess LinkedIn, because that's my baby, so to speak.
Get on.
Whatever. I would say make sure you create your LinkedIn profile. Use all the features that they're giving you now.
Okay.
That banner, that headline, the
Mhm.
featured section. Get your newsletter, get your LinkedIn company page, make sure it is linked to your profile. I've seen so many people
To your
have their business name and it's not linked to their company page.
Oh, you mean to the website?
No,
No.
actually, it's not linked to their company page. They don't even realize it.
Well, wait a minute. I'm confused, and I
Yes,
thought I
you can
knew
have
that.
your business name showing up on
Uh-huh.
LinkedIn, but it's not linked to your company page. That it'll just have like a little square next to it. It won't have the logo and all that stuff. That's how you know it's not linked to your company page. That's on LinkedIn.
Hmm. I don't know. You'd have to show me because I don't. I'm not even sure what you're even
I will
referring
definitely show you. Yes, a lot of
to.
people do not. Oh, and make sure you brand your URL on LinkedIn. I mean, you want to be able to give it out. You want to be able to say, "Hey, follow me here on LinkedIn," and give them that URL. A lot of people have numbers, long numbers, and their name. That means you have not customized your URL on LinkedIn.
Okay. Okay.
And make sure that your profile is perfect. When I say perfect, talk about yourself, but talk about how you help people. Give examples.
Okay.
Don't just say, "Hey, my business does this, this, and that." No, say who it actually helps and give tips.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
get
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you talk about these types of? Do you help the women when they enter in any of the?
Yes, when they enter the paid programs, yes, ma'am. Because I
Okay.
want you looking good. You're representing me. I want you to have your stuff right.
Okay.
Because they
Okay.
would look bad, like, wait a minute, you've been on LinkedIn for 20 something years and you like have this program and you're working with women and they don't have their stuff right. So when I see that they don't have their stuff right, like, hey, you know what? Let's just go back right fast and let's fix this,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Yeah. And we're always learning about LinkedIn because there's new features
New
and
feature.
things are taken away. So we're like learning how to use it.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
teach you how to use it together. You
Okay.
need to have people that you're partnering with on posts,
Mm,
partnering with on your company page,
mm.
partnering with on your LinkedIn newsletter. Don't just do it by yourself. Somehow, some way, blend in other people so that they can amplify and you can get into their audience on LinkedIn.
Oh, excuse me, everybody. I'm just now starting to kind of,
Oh,
woo, feel a little bit better. Had a little coughing fit there. Okay. Okay, and I see
yeah,
what you're saying because
yeah.
I'm sure that there are some features on there that I just, I'm not using because I'm not even really, aware of them.
Yeah. Oh my God. On your company page now, there's like a section where you could go and put in where people can like download something that you have.
Mm, okay.
Yeah. That you can direct people to something that you want to spotlight.
Mm,
And you have your I think you can have up to 10 LinkedIn newsletters. I don't know why anybody want to do that to themselves,
okay.
but yeah, you can have all these newsletters for
Okay.
different topics and showcase pages that link to your company page. Which I have to go and clean up mine because I'm not
Okay.
using all of them anymore. So yeah,
Okay.
but there's just so much that you can do.
Okay.
And the fact that when you write an article on LinkedIn, that it gets picked up by Google.
Oh, so I
That
didn't know that. Okay.
yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's why you need to write,
Yeah.
write.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the stuff that you put on your blog, bring it over to LinkedIn. Do a little newsletter, then link it back to your blog for them to
Okay.
go and finish reading it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. I didn't know that.
That's a great way to get picked up. I have articles on LinkedIn that people are still reading.
Okay. And I've never even done a LinkedIn article, but I have a
Oh
lot
my
of
God.
them.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I do.
you could even do a newsletter that has your podcast in it because you can embed video.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can actually do a video newsletter
Oh,
and
okay.
just put a little text. Yes.
Wow.
Talking
Okay.
about the show.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. All your shows that you want to spotlight, just do a newsletter, embed the video,
Okay.
and write about that show, the
Okay.
highlights of it.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
I like that.
you don't have to work so hard. It's like, oh
Right.
my God, like trying to do this because you're busy, right?
Hmm.
But it's content you already have, and you're just trying to repurpose it, give it more life.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just write that down about you said do the articles, and
Mhm.
then I could link a video in there. Okay.
Yeah. You get to have your own LinkedIn newsletter, and you can do articles because you can like, yeah, and newsletters are sent to people's emails.
Okay.
Yes. So they get an email alert. They
Okay.
don't get one when you just do it as an article.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
can name it, whatever it is you want to name it.
So wait a minute, wait a
Name
minute. So
it.
it has to be. So you said that they don't do it as an article or for articles, but they do it for what?
Okay. You can create a LinkedIn newsletter
Okay, LinkedIn.
and you could have LinkedIn articles. Now,
Okay.
LinkedIn newsletters are like a collection,
Okay.
and they will keep them on your profile.
Okay.
Yeah, because see, once you start writing
Okay.
newsletters and have articles, people can access them from your profile. It will organize them. The
Okay.
profiles now, it'll organize your videos,
Mm,
it'll organize your images. Each thing has its own little thing. So
okay.
whenever you upload something to LinkedIn, it goes into a video file, and people
Okay.
can access that video from
Mm,
your profile.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they can
And which
access your comments and your posts. Wherever you posted at, whatever comment you gave is right there. It's organized.
and which one did you say is Googleable? Is it the newsletter or the
The
article?
newsletter, and
Oh,
I believe the articles are too.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I took a note, and ladies, I hope you took notes too. Okay. And definitely reach out to this young lady. She is so knowledgeable, and just you need to be linked up. Make sure that you link up with her if you have not done so already on LinkedIn, and go from there.
Yes. Ask me about the 2025 1 Million Women Link Up because we have some great things in store this year.
Wow, I know I'm excited. I'm going to be a part of it coming up here soon, and I'm looking forward to it. So, since we're adjourning now, any last words you want to leave them with? I don't know if you want to, well, they already know you're on LinkedIn, they know where they can find you.
Mhm.
Any other
Yes.
last words you want to leave the audience with before we In
Yes, every day when you wake up, ask yourself, who can I partner with today? Reach out to 5, 10 women or whatever and set the stage. Every day, plant seeds. Just plant the seeds. That way, when it's time for you to have that summit, launch that podcast, write that book or whatever, you have people that you can go to who can amplify it.
okay.
So you're not sitting down wondering, well, how in the heck am I going to sell this book? Or how am I going to fill my audience or whatever? That you have women
Okay.
that you can team up with, that you have been, watering, so to speak.
Right. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I think that is excellent.
Thank you.
I'm going to definitely do that myself, and hopefully, you all are going to do the same thing because it's all about partnerships. There's an African proverb that I always repost. It says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So keep that in mind. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show and
Thank
sharing your
you.
expertise. It has been such a pleasure. I mean, I really enjoy working with you.
Oh,
I look forward to our continued collaborations. Thanks for
yes,
coming on
ma'am.
the show, sharing with my audience. So I really
Yes.
appreciate that. And thank you everyone that tuned in. And please make sure that you download the Realizing Your Potential TV app from either Fire TV, Roku TV, Apple TV, the Android app, and as well as the iOS app. And make sure that you download it and actually rate it. That way, that basically helps us grow. It helps our content be visible to more individuals. It helps more people have access to it, and it's a really big help. So do that, please, and also like and share the content out. For those of you that may be checking out this broadcast from YouTube, from the Eight Queens Roundtable channel, Eight Queens Roundtable YouTube channel, sorry. And please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done so already, and also share the content out as well. And please join us again next time. Remember, every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are interested in being a guest on the show, please let me know. Let's have a conversation and let's make it happen. All right, everyone. Take care, and it's been a pleasure. Until next time. Bye.